Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we do begin, let's start with a brief little review. In the last part, quite a number of things have happened. We had Deku. He kidnapped the Todoroki family. He had Fuyumi, and he had Natsuo. He had Rei Todoroki, and recently added to his collection was Shoto Todoroki, a limited edition collectible. Now, Deku he got everybody here in the Todoroki family in the same room. Endeavor found out his son was Dabi. Todoroki and his family, they listed off everything they could about Endeavor. Endeavor is a man who cannot love his family. Not because he hates them, but because he quite literally doesn't know how to be a good person. He only knows how to be a good pro. The thing he's tried to force onto his children. And one of them, they decided to take the opposite route, defy him further, and they even want to take his life. Now, while that's going on for the Todoroki family, there is Deku, who has been just standing by and enjoying this dumpster fire with snacks. Now, Deku, he had unexpected visitors, and right now the heroes, they are making their way through the warehouse. Now, it's quite obvious that Endeavor and Dabi, their battle, is going to gain attention. And right now Izuku, he actually got a turn, expressing how he wants Momo and Denki to go get the intruders. He wants them to find the heroes. Now, Momo, yeah. Right now she's been tasked to hunt down Kamari Woods. And Kamari Woods, he is not happy. There are heroes moving above them, and throughout this entire place. But Izuku, he's made precautions. He always wanted to test out exactly what one of these things could do. And right now, he's quite happy to do so. Deku actually going to press a button. As right now there is whenever thermite, it does get sparked. Now, the thermite does begin to start heating through the metal. And right now, Deku, he does start to at least say a few things as he is going to pull up a rifle. Expressing to the heroes as he starts to fire off at them from below. That right now he's bringing down the building. Right now he wants them all to know. They got a few minutes before this place comes down. He put up a lot of this stuff, and he's not exactly too sure where the safety spots are again. So hey, maybe if they're up there, knock down a few things, make his job a bit easier. Besides, he can actually see some of them now. Deku firing a shot directly up and into somebody's leg. As right now, whenever they did go to fall forwards and their momentum carried their head forwards, there was where their head directly smashed into a spot. And right now the person, when they tried to bring their hands up to try and get themselves out, they were in a bit of a problem. Right now, that slip, it did quite a lot of damage. And all that weight being put on their neck, yeah. The person broke their neck. And when their hands did come to swing upwards, there was where they went to immediately go limp. And Deku, he actually did see the pro, and hear the thud, and then watch the body fall. Now, Deku actually burst out laughing. And right now a few people did go to stare at him as Deku was talking about how the body, it just fucking fell. It ragdolled. He didn't expect it to land like that either. Hoo-wee, what a fucking riot. Now, Deku, after regaining his composure, he does get to aim back up and fire off at a few more people. Now, currently Deku, he's doing that. And right now Kamari Woods, who is trying to stay alive up there, he is in a bit of a problem. The feline chick, Momo, she's chasing him. And right now Kamari Woods, after he does start to climb through the area more, he does hear Momo, her flying straight by him, as right now there is where his wooden arm, it does get immediately hit by, well, claws. Now, wherever it does get hit, it does actually catch him off guard. Him having to try and regain his balance and put more weight onto the side that's currently holding him up. And right now he actually has tried to grow additional wooden limbs. Now, whenever Kamari Woods has tried to steady himself back out and keep himself from falling, there actually is Momo, who does going to start rushing towards him. And right now Kamari Woods, whenever he does go to bring his hand up, he does start to regrow a few things. However, he actually will go to throw his hand upwards and outwards. As right now he does throw up his foot. As right now a branch is going to go to impale Momo. Right now directly into her side, as another branch just hit her directly up into her shoulder. Now, Kamari Woods, he's someone who's going to look away. Before he does at least report back how he captured the one formerly known as Momo Yaoyorozu. He's fairly certain that she needs medical attention. And right now, he does have her in custody. Now, there actually is where he does go look back towards Momo, thinking about how bad it is for her. She got stuck like this. It's all that guy's fault. Now, right now, Kamari Woods is going to look back towards Momo. And he actually going to realize something. As right now, Momo, while she does sit there on the rafters, she does actually go to lunge forwards, the spikes still in her body. As right now, she does immediately going to grab onto Kamari Woods and go to pull the branches off of his arms. Now, the two do go falling towards the ground. And right now, Momo actually going to bring her hands outwards, reaching for his throat. And Kamari Woods, him and Momo would hit the ground together. Now, we do actually have over with Mina. Mina right now, she is protecting the Todoroki family. And that was made especially difficult. Especially whenever sometimes these people just wanted to fly away. Now, Hawks is here. And right now, whenever Mina, she does have to keep blasting the feathers out of the air with acid, she does get annoyed. And there actually was whenever Hawks did decide to show himself. He was here and he needed to support Endeavor. He needed to make sure that the number 2 hero, he had backup. However, that's just the least of their problems. Right now, somebody else is here. And that person, drum roll please, is Mirko. Now, Mirko would come to walk into the room. And whenever Deku, he actually will go to see her, he does look right at her. Him actually taking another shot as Mirko does start to give her speech. And right now Deku, he does still stand there holding the rifle and aiming up, as he does let off another shot, followed by a thud. Now, Mirko does start to at least raise her voice more, and after Deku does something to bring his hand up to tell her to wait a second, he does fire off another shot. And Mirko, she actually starts to walk forwards, shouting about how he needs to fucking listen to her. Now, Deku would actually go to turn and throw down the rifle, before going to directly bring his hands down into his jacket and go to throw it upwards and into the air. Now, Mirko does watch that, as right now Deku does express him holding up 2 knives about how he's so happy that she's here. He's heard quite a lot about her. Physically powerful, strong, and hey, she loves to fight. This will make for good entertainment. Now, Mirko just stare at this crazy guy, and it doesn't make sense. Oh, where did he get the knives? Did they just pop out of his sleeves? Okay, so clearly he's good. Now, Deku actually starts to spin the knives in his hand, him asking her to continue, because he was a bit rude. Now, Mirko is caught off guard, and right now she has to go to start talking about how she's here to make sure that he gets put in jail. She's here to kick his ass, and right now she's not taking no for an answer for this battle. Right now she's here to put him down, because he does seem to be a bit of a sick, twisted bastard. Now, Deku, he actually has to spin the blades, and Mirko, her eyes are on those. As Deku, he does finally go to stop spinning them, before telling Mirko, huh, interesting idea. Counterpoint, him throwing a knife. And right now, Mirko, she's going to dodge that and rush towards Deku. And Deku, he does actually go to spin the blade in his hand. And Mirko, she's trying to watch. The blade, it's so fast. He's clearly practiced with that. I mean, it's so distracting and shiny. Now, Mirko is staring at it. And right now, whenever Deku actually just come in and bring up his supposedly empty hand, Mirko, she slashed across the arm. As right now, whenever she did try to throw it a punch, Deku was able to dodge it. And right now, after he does go to Todoroki dive out of the way of her blow, he does go to spin. Him throwing the knives down into the ground and going to stop himself, getting back to his feet and rushing towards Mirko. As right now, Deku, he's slashing with what looks like wild abandonment. And Mirko, she's trying to stay away. Those knives are long. Her dodging out of the way of one. They're clearly sharp. Okay, shit. He's fast. Now, that's what Mirko currently is thinking about. And right now there actually is where Deku, whenever Mirko, she does try to get on the offensive, her throwing her leg outwards, there's whenever Deku does go to directly throw up his arm. Him creating a cushion on the side before actually going to throw his hand downwards. And right now, whenever he does go to do that, he does actually catch her leg and then go to make a shackle on his wrist. Him going to shackle it directly to her leg. Now, whenever that does actually happen, Deku, he does go to bring up his hand. And right now, after he does go to slash Todoroki at Mirko, she does go to duck. And right now, after moving backwards, Deku, he slices off the middle part, the top part of her rabbit ear. And right now, after she does go to scream out in pain, there is where she does go to try and throw her leg backwards. Now, right now, she's been put in a weird spot. She can escape from this trap, but the way he made it, that's what's more interesting about this. Now, Mirko, she does go to back away. And after Deku, he did get a good slash in, he does get a comment about how he didn't get the right spot. He was more or less going for a half-sized ear. You bastard. I'll get you for that. Sure you will. Now, Deku does start to move from side to side. And right now Deku does go to somewhat throw out his hands, as Mirko, she does try to rush forwards and dodge. Her instincts are telling her that this guy, he's messing with her. Right now he's dangerous, yes, but he's also a threat. And that's another problem. She doesn't know what to expect with him. Nobody really does. So, don't take him lightly. Don't see him as some silly bastard. That's the worst thing that you can do. Now, Deku, he actually does get met with Mirko throwing a punch. Deku throwing up his left arm, as right now Mirko does punch directly into the metal. Deku actually going to somewhat turn his body and go to throw out a swipe with that arm. Him hitting her across the face with the metal bar that stuck out. And right now after Deku does actually go to harden his arm, he does go to bring his hand up. Him smashing down onto it before going to turn back towards her. Bring his hands up expressing to her about how he took this quirk from someone from UA. So he does feel like it is quite fitting. So now, if the Miss Pro would like to continue, hits him with everything she's got. Now, Mirko is a bit excited. And right now, Deku, he does get to actually start to harden himself more. And right now, with his quirk enhancement in his system, Kirishima's quirk, it's been boosted as well. Now, Deku does get ready. As right now, Mirko, she does come rushing in. And whenever she actually does go to Todoroki, throw a solid kick as hard as she can at Deku, she just throw it right into his side. And Deku, he actually does feel his ribs get hurt from the attack. However, right now he does go to directly turn his arm and lock Mirko's leg in place. As whenever Mirko tried to throw up her other leg, Deku, he did the exact same thing, going to grab and grapple onto her. Now, Mirko actually threw back her fist, and right now she did go to start pummeling into Deku's mask. And right now Deku, he does have that thing stuck to his face. Now, Deku currently does do a few things. Mirko, she is pressing herself closer and closer to Deku. She can't allow him to get away, especially now that she can actually throw a solid, this being where she's cut off, by a sharp and intense pain. And right now she is going to look down at her stomach, as there's a blade stuck inside of it, before two more do go to shoot directly into her body. And right now, there actually is where Deku, he does feel her legs unwrap around his body. Now, Deku does actually bring his hands down and slice off the blades. As whenever he does go to look back towards Mirko, she currently is bleeding. And Deku, he does go to push her down to the ground. As the blades are driven all the way through, she does start to scream out more. Before Deku, he does go to pull a knife from his jacket, him spinning around in his fingers before going to stop and hold it up, expressing to her, now he's going to fix what he did earlier. This will only take a second. Now, Deku does go to grab onto the ears, pulling them up and going to press the blade directly into the back of them. And Mirko, she actually is scared. Izuku is crazy. This won't be the worst thing that he does. She heard stories about what he did to the bird, but what will he do to the bunny? Now, that does worry her. I mean, Deku is some sort of sadist, some sort of twisted fucker, and that does worry her. However, right now there is where Deku does hear somebody's voice, as they do express that she rather would say not to do that. Now, Deku does look up, and right now he does see Midnight, who does go to express about how she took out those two girls. Right now, they'll be under for a second. So, it's up to her to really take him on. Now, Deku is going to turn and whistle. And right now, after he is met with Momo, who does come walking over, Deku actually does go to bend down, bringing his hand up, and expressing to Midnight that he'd like to introduce her to his pet. Now, Midnight does stare on. And right now, after she does go to stare at this, she does tell Momo that there's a bit more things in life than just this. Being a pet, sure, it's unique, but hey, maybe she should come back to UA. And Deku does turn towards her and laugh, as he actually tries to explain a bit more in detail as to what he really does mean. Now, Deku, he does tell Midnight it's quite simple. Him actually going to stand back up, and Momo, she actually going to somewhat move herself backwards and onto her knees. As Deku does tell Midnight, bring his hand up and onto Momo's head, that Momo, she's loyal. And Midnight does stare on for a second. Right now, Momo does sit there grabbing onto Deku's leg. And right now, Deku does tell her, looking down towards Momo, if she would like to go with Miss Hero, she can. All she'd have to do is stand up and walk over there. He'll give her the choice. What does she want to do? Will she stay with him, or will she go with the big bad hero? The one who put her in this position in the first place. Now, Midnight does shout back. And right now, Deku, whenever he does go look down towards Momo, Momo actually will go to bring her hand up. And Deku, he actually will go to someone to bring his hand out and grab onto it, before going to look back towards Midnight, expressing to her, well, doesn't that look convenient? Now, Midnight, yeah, she is angry. And Deku, currently he does go to bring his hands up with two knives before going to actually turn and chuck one directly down and into Mirko. And right now, Mirko, after she does get pinned by her arm, they're going to tell her he's not going to make it that easy. He could feel her think about a sneak attack. Don't even try it. No. Mirko, she's surprised. He could read her mind? No. Midnight actually just won't perk up. He has mental powers. Another quirk given by All for One. Now, that's what Midnight does think right now. She doesn't make the connection with UA student Izuku Midoriya. Now, Deku does turn back towards her, before going to bring his hand up and express Miss Pro likes to play games. She likes to be the one in control, doesn't she? How about they take that rule away from her? How about they let her be at the mercy of him? Now, this is actually where Midnight is kind of confused. And right now, whenever she does go to look down, she can see her hands. She can see out in front of her, but something is wrong. Now, Deku, he's not there. And right now, Midnight just look around confused. Before she does see a few knives flying towards her. Her going to move and step out of the way. As right now, whenever she does go to do that, she does go look down. Seeing that the knives that were just pinned into the wall, they're in her body. And she doesn't understand. Now, Midnight would jump back to the real world, and Deku would actually go to lower his knife, asking her if she was ready for him yet, because he's about to throw it. Now, Deku go to throw the knives, and Midnight, after going to dodge, she does feel a sudden deja vu. And right now, Deku, he does have it planned out. Let her see the action. Let her feel the pain. Let her think it's gonna be fake. Now, this would repeat, and right now Midnight's confused. She feels herself get struck over and over, but every time it's something different. Every time it's worse. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Now, there actually was a Midnight she did stand there, and after she did try to move out of the way of another attack, she thought about letting it just hit her, and she was confused by that thought. Now, she actually did go to dodge, and this time it actually did go to stab right into her arm. In Midnight, she did come back to her senses. She was being worn down mentally, and right now, she's been attacked. Right now, her arm has a wound. Right now, things don't look so good, because she's pretty sure Kamari Woods is down, and that thing wearing Momo's face. I mean, it's gotta be... No, it can't be her. It could attack her, though, but it doesn't. Now, there actually is Denki, and, well, Mina. Mina is still currently fighting Kamari Woods, and right now, Mina is not fighting Kamari Woods. Mina is fighting Hawks. There we go. And right now, Hawks, yeah. He's trying to get Todoroki out of here. But he was also worried. He had to get Mirko out of here as well. Mirko, yeah. She's banged up, but she'll live. And that's what he's worried about. Right now, Mirko, she's bleeding quite a bit. And he is worried. Now, Deku actually does hear a creaking sound. And right now he does think, 20 minutes? 20 minutes maybe. Maybe there'll be enough time, but maybe not. Now, he does start walking towards Midnight, beginning to express to her, as he's going to bring his hands up, about what currently has been going on. Now, Midnight is stared looking at Deku, and right now whenever his face is going to change, Deku is going to throw out a knife. And right now, Midnight, she doesn't see it. Right now, whenever she does see Izuku Midoriya, she stares back. As right now, whenever the knife does get shot right into her arm, she does actually go to move backwards and grab onto it, before staring back at Deku. And right now he is going to turn directly into Bakugo Katsuki. And Midnight is stare back on, not sure what to say, not sure what to do. Now, Deku does actually stand right in front of her, before he actually does go to bring his hands up, expressing to her, as he does go to hold up a knife. Right now, he could stab her in her goddamn throat, take out the jugular, let her lay there and bleed to death. Right now, he wants her to know. He does this as a message, right to UA. Him stabbing the knife directly into her. And right now, there actually is where she is going to look up towards Deku. As right now, he will go to back away, and right now disappear, before she actually would go to perceive the real world again. And right now, Midnight is standing there with several knives in her stomach. And right now she is confused. She thought that she dodged some. Now, Deku would go to tell her, rest a bit, before she actually going to fall backwards. And right now Deku, he does go to actually move back towards the area where Hawks and Mina are supposed to be. And right now there is, whenever Deku, he does hear another commotion. As right now Endeavor, he does win out against Dabi. But right now he actually is very tired. Now, Deku actually will go to turn and see Endeavor. And right now, he does go to at least try and enact Plan B. And Endeavor, he does go blasting directly towards his family. Now, there is actually Mina and, well, Hawks, who their battle does come to an end whenever Endeavor does come flying over. And right now, Hawks, he actually will go to try and distract Mina, as there is Momo, who, whenever Hawks did go flying towards her, she intercepted. And right now, whenever Momo grabbed onto Hawks, he felt his arms get crushed. As her super strength, it did the job. Now, there is whenever Hawks went smashing down to the ground. And right now, Momo actually went to go pummel down, fist onto him, letting out a fury of blows. Now, Deku, he actually did see that. As Reno Endeavor, he did go to run over to his wife and try and see if she was okay. Now, there actually was whenever Deku did go to turn towards Rei. And Rei, she would go to stand. Now, there actually was somebody Deku was controlling. As right now there's Todoroki. He does go to stand there after his father, he pulls out the handcuffs. And right now, he does watch his mother. He watches his father. He watches both of them hug for the first time in ever. And after that, there actually is where she does go to pull from her pocket something. Now, Deku does go to tell her what to do. And right now she would do it. Her stabbing into Endeavor, as right now she would start laughing. Now, Endeavor actually would pull back away. And right now Fumi and Natsuo were going to see the knife in their father's side, before she actually would start laughing a bit more, expressing about how therapeutic that was. She's wanted to do that for so long, so many goddamn years. She thought about it whenever he was asleep. She thought about it after Toya was born. She thought about it whenever Shoto, he was hurt. She thought about it whenever Dabi was buried. And right now what Endeavor's doing is digging up their past just to fucking bury it again. Now, Todoroki, he did get a watch. As right now, whenever Endeavor does try to apologize, whenever Endeavor does try to calm her down, Deku, he releases control. And right now, Rei, she has to do the only logical thing she can right now. Her mental state is in fucking shambles. She already wasn't well off enough. And right now, with her basically being traumatized further with this event, she did the only thing logical that she could. She was under too much stress. And, well, Yeah, she brought up another knife, and Deku could watch on, an act he does not make happen. One she does herself. As right now Todoroki does watch his mother slice the knife across her own throat. And right now she would go stumble forwards. As right now there is Natsu and Fumi. They stare on stunned. And Shoto and Endeavor, the two stare on with horror. As right now there is whenever Endeavor, he just does go to fall forwards. And right now he feels defeated. As we do actually have Deku. Deku, he ordered a retreat. The pros won't come after them. They're a little too busy. Besides, he did send his message. And the building, yeah, it'll be down real soon. Now, Endeavor, yeah, he picked up the remains of his family. And right now there was whenever Todoroki, he tried to help them get out of there. He tried to find the way out, but this place has been set up differently. There's twists, there's turns, there's a maze? Now, Endeavor does try to burn through all of it, expressing how it really doesn't matter right now. And right now Endeavor, whenever the room that is full of gas does blow, he realizes that that was real. Now, there is actually back over with Deku. Deku, he collected Jiro and Toga. He collected Dobby and Hawks. Right now, he still has the marbles. Right now, he's still in charge. Right now, he's got a lot to plan over, a lot to do. And oh boy, Hawks, he came at just the right time. Maybe it was divine intervention. Now, Deku does get to ask All For One for a few things. And right now, as that does get set up, there actually is Deku, who does go to his quarters and go to relax. Now, Deku does get to sit down, and right after going to bring his hands up to his face, he actually would go to finish making the mask. As whenever he is able to pull it off of his head, he actually will go to look at the skin. It's not going to scar, but it does look like it needs a few days to heal. It looks irritated, and well, a bit torn. Now, Deku, he found out a nifty little trick. If you stop making something while you're still making it, it's practically fused to your bones. So hey, neat little tricks happen. Now, Deku, he had fun. And right now there actually is Todoroki. Todoroki, he's thinking about what he saw. It made him mentally shut down for a second, just trying to process what he saw. He's seen horrors like this before at the USJ. He's seen unspeakable things. But watching that happen, fuck. Now, he's not too sure. Whenever he looked around, the villains were gone. That means that they had time to retreat. But if that guy didn't, if his mother just snapped and did that, I mean, he can't even connect the two things together. That's the thing that's tripping him out. He's trying to understand how you get from point A to point B, but there's this fucking journey he can't see in between. Now, Todoroki, yeah, he's still trying to go through all that. However, right now after Deku, he does get his body bandaged up. He also is trying to check his body as well for the ribs that Mirko, she may have broke. Now, Deku, he does try to think. All For One, he won't give him regeneration. So painkillers and a mild high with the quirk enhancement. He'll have to settle for that. Alright. Sounds good. Now, there is a knock on his door, and Deku would actually still going to stand up and walk over. As right now Rita's going to open it, tell her to stand there. And Deku would go to someone bring his hand up, telling her he's happy she came. Him actually going to pull her into the room. Now, Deku gonna lock the door behind him, and he was gonna tell Toga, it's not often the two get alone time. It's felt like a while. "Hmm? Yeah, it has. Uh, so, we're gonna spin and turn, asking what's up, as before she can really finish saying the last part, Deku is gonna actually bring her into a kiss. And right now Toga is a bit surprised. It's full of passion, love. It's so weird to try and explain. But Deku, he's putting in effort. That's quite apparent. Now, whenever the two do go to pull away, Deku just started to explain. She did well in the last job. She did quite a lot. Right now, he wants his Red Queen to smile. The two are going to have fun. The two, they've done much as villains. And right now, the next part is going to come up soon. Right now, they are going to take on a bit more from the UA students. However, for right now, tonight is their night. Tonight is about him and her. And right now, they will enjoy it. They will be spending this full time together. And Toga? Yeah. She's happy. A full night with Izuku. They can spend the time doing anything they want. And right now, Toga, yeah. She had her own doubts. But Deku, he just put those right to bed. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.